Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, Everything and Nothing, or mostly nothing. And really today what we're going to be talking about is car insurance and the raising prices of car insurance, y'all. It's insane. It is insane. Cost of living is going up in every single section of our life, and this is just another one of them, that we are continuing to struggle with because of the high premiums that we have got to pay every month. So let's jump right into it, y'all.
Thought about paying some car insurance. Man, that shit was down there higher than a car note. I said, shit, now. Then it wasn't in full coverage. Man, I said, y'all ass done lost it. And last time I even thought about paying some car insurance, man, that shit.
Y'all, if my car insurance was as much as my car payment, we'd be having a problem. Okay. My car payment is $980 a month. 979. I rounded up, y'all. So 980 bucks a month is my car payment. And I have a 2023 Lincoln. I ended up having to get that vehicle because I was in an accident. Somebody hit me and my vehicle was totaled. But yeah, I don't understand how car insurance companies get away with this. Like you're paying a whole car note on your insurance pretty much. And I'm sure the deductibles aren't 0 or 500 either, y'all. Like I'm sure those are astronomical as well. Whatever the word is, that's what it is. Okay.
Okay, so whose insurance for full coverage is like almost $500 a month? Because mine is, and I want to know if I'm the only one. So can anyone let me know if theirs is almost $500 a month? Let me know in the comments and what insurance you use.
So I'll start off. Y'all let me know in the comments, okay, what y'all have. But I have State Farm for my car insurance, and I've had them a long time. I've been on and off with State Farm because in some states that I've moved to, they just didn't have the availability where they said they didn't have any, they weren't open or whatever to accepting new clients. I'm like, is this a doctor's office or a car insurance place? Just saying. But that did truly happen, y'all. So mine is very high. Mine's over $500 a month just for my insurance. And then I have my car payment on top of it. So, yes, ma'am. I definitely feel you there. I used to have was it a 250 or 500 deductible? And I just kept raising it up because I was like, I don't like these premiums. So I guess bump me a little bit in my deductible because what else am I supposed to do? Ride a porcupine? And that's about really where I'm at. Like, I will get on the back of that mofo. Let me tell you, y'all. If it's gonna save me money, I guess maybe I should probably do a horse instead of a porcupine. That would hurt. So maybe I'll do a horse. Why not me a horse, okay? But then I gotta feed it with hay. I don't know, y'all, but I'm gonna figure it out. I got 2 feet that God gave me, and I can walk on those. So if I need to, I got that.
Insurance should not be this expensive in 2026. I'm sorry, but the amount of money that these insurances have got versus what they've paid out, I would love to see it because I spend $667 a month on insurance. I'll just tell you. I own a 2013 Honda Accord and a 2013 Chevrolet Camaro. I'm a 24-year-old boy who lives in the United States of America, and I feel like this is highway robbery.
Yeah, I feel like that's highway robbery too, sir. Because you have older vehicles. You don't have a 2020 or a 2023 or 2026. 2020 really ain't that new anyways. That's 6 years old now. But you're not even in the 2020s. You know what I mean? Like you're in 2013 vehicles. To me, those prices should be 50 bucks a month for insurance. I'm just saying, on an older vehicle, and I understand, yeah, there are discounts out there. There's a good student discount. There's a good driver discount. There's discounts galore. I have a lot of those discounts, not the student one because I'm obviously in my 40s, but I have all the other ones, and I'm still getting raked over the coals with my car insurance. It's absolutely insane. And I don't just have one car insurance. I have one car, yes, but I do have two girls. And I do pay car insurance for one of my daughters. And she has an older vehicle. She has a 2015 Buick, $300 a month just for her vehicle. She doesn't have, a 0 deductible or a 500 deductible. I have her at $1,000 as well for her deductible. So it is highway robbery. They're doing this. So on top of my car insurance, I got my daughter's car insurance. I got my car payment. It's like got that with 2 car insurances and my payment, I'm looking about $1,650 to $1,700 just for that. It's insane, y'all. It is insane. Something got to give. I don't know what has got to give, but something got to give. I know some people are doing it where they're just, doing it dirty. I guess you could say where they ain't got car insurance. And back in the day, we'd be like, oh my gosh, that person ain't got insurance. Y'all, there's a lot of people out here who don't have the funds because of the cost of living. Wages have not gone up. Our pay has not gone up at all, y'all. But every other aspect in our life has gone up. Man, I feel so bad for people. I know there's times that I go to the store and I have to put stuff away. Or if I'm at checkout, I'll give it to the cashier. If I'm at a self checkout, I'll be like raising my hand, I'll be like, hey sir, hey ma'am, I decided not to get this. I'm sorry. And to me, it's embarrassing that I have to do that. Car insurance, y'all, don't look down on people who don't have the funds for it because sometimes they truly do not have the funds. You don't know what is going on in somebody's life to judge them, and to say, oh my gosh, they don't have this, or oh my gosh, they don't have that. Yeah, a lot of people don't, y'all. A lot of people don't. We are one of them. It's frustrating. We work hard for our money. We go to work every day. We take care of our things. And yet everything continues to rise. We don't get into an accident for a couple of years, our insurance still goes up. It's messed up. It's messed up no matter what we do. Our health insurance premiums, y'all. We don't get sick and we don't go, to the doctor or anything for a year because we healthy as hoes. But our health insurance premium still gets risen up every single year. Make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. That's all I'm asking to the health insurance companies, the car insurance companies, the companies that give me my car payment. Do we make that make sense too? I won't even get on that until another topic about car payments and interest and all that good jazz. Okay. But some has got to definitely give.
God to God and help me with these hard times.
It's a highway robbery, y'all. $800 and some dollars a month for insurance. I'm just saying. Now, if you've been in 5 accidents in 1 year, all of them have been your fault. Yeah, okay, maybe you do need to pay a little bit more now. But for the drivers, that are doing good and doing what they need to, come on, cut us some slack. Okay, I shouldn't even say us because, yeah, I've been in the South too long. I drive like I'm from Texas, okay? Like, I be driving. Not the best driver. I'm going to admit that right now. But, so not one getting into accidents. The last accident I got into was in 2023. They hit me when I was on the highway in the fast lane. I rode that guardrail like a virgin. My car went up in the air, did a couple flips, slammed down on the ground on my roof. Okay, I couldn't get out. They had to pry me out of the vehicle. But that was the last accident I got into. The accident before that, it was probably 10 years. And that's when I hit a snowbank. But that wasn't my fault either. Just saying. I turned that wheel all the way out. And I still went towards the snowbank. I was like, hold up, my wheels are supposed to be going over here. Why are we still going this way? That's a problem. That is a problem. But, I hit the snowbank. I kept going. I got over to where I needed to be. And that person looked at my vehicle and was like, man, do you know it's your bumper hanging out? It's like, what bumper? My bumper? My bumper. Uh-huh. Okay. So I go front. I was like, well, hot dog. My bumper is hanging off. I just hit that snowbank, but I guess I really hit it. I didn't know the bumper didn't come off. It was my fault, I guess, according to my dad, because I hit a snowbank. But you know what? In my defense, I feel like the snowbank hit me because I turned my wheel all the way it could go, and my car was still going in the wrong direction. So I guess I just need to learn how to re-drive in the winter. So again, I'm not the best driver, but I don't get into accidents. Just saying, unless the two I just told you about. And that's it, guys. That's it. So like, my insurance should not be as high as it is. Now, I know I could get like one of those little plug-in things that you plug into your car, wherever it is, and that way they can like, I guess, track you on how you're doing and your acceleration and your speeding. Hell no, y'all. Told them I'll take every other discount but that. I said, you are not going to be in my car with me. Okay. the one thing we ain't doing. We ain't doing, because if I want to speed up to get around somewhere and I'm doing 120 real quick, y'all don't need to know that. I will slow down once I get past whatever I'm trying to get past. But y'all want to be in my car tracking my every move? Shoot, y'all, that ain't gonna happen over here. Okay, that is not gonna happen over here, and I ain't getting another vehicle from 2027 on because of that new camera stuff that they put in vehicles. Okay, I'm gonna go get me a 2026 maybe. That kind of crappy. You have got me messed up, government. If you think I'm gonna be driving a vehicle where you're gonna be able to see and hear everything that's going on in my car, there are some discussions you don't need to hear about that go in a woman's car. Okay, we talk about everything and everything and nothing, just like chat. But when they got those cameras and stuff in your car, they are going to be listening. They're going to be watching. Every time you just do this with your nose, oh shoot, you touched your nose now. You touched your nose. Oh, we got to pull over now. We got to pull over. There's something wrong. I wish I would seriously beat my car's ass if it did that. I would be kicking it. I would take anything I could to it. Care, I'll pay for the damage, but you are not going to pull yourself over. Okay, that's something we ain't gonna do. That's something we ain't gonna do. Not now, not today, not never. And if I have to go back to driving a 1990s vehicle, that is exactly what I'm gonna do. I'll get off my tangent, y'all, because obviously y'all know how I feel about it.
So I'm in risk management, and we got to talk about why auto insurance premiums have gone up year after year after year to the point where it is unaffordable now for a lot of people. And there are three primary reasons, one of which Donald Trump is responsible for, but the other two, he is not. So number one, the frequency of accidents and the severity of accidents have gone up because of things like drunk driving, which people continue to do, the legalization of marijuana, and people getting behind the wheel when they're impaired. You are impaired when you partake in marijuana and you're driving high. And then number three, the biggest reason is the advent of cell phone technology and people driving while looking at their phones, distracted driving.
Okay, I do agree with her. And yes, you should not be drinking and driving. You should not be using recreational drugs while you are driving. That is something you should not be doing. And you should not be having your cell phone in your hand while driving either. You know, those things, all three of those things are common sense to me. I don't know about the rest of the world, but they should be. Like, it's those types of distractions that you look down for 1 second and bam, you're hitting somebody because you're like, oh my gosh, I just looked down for 1 second to read something. Yeah, but your eyes should have been on that road, y'all. It should have been on the road. It should not have been on your phone. Okay, myself, I'm going to continue to not be on my phone, continue to not drink and drive and do that kind of stuff. And I hope y'all do the same thing, where you guys are taking accountability for your own actions and saying, whoa, now, I ain't doing that. I'll take an Uber. If I'm impaired, I'll take an Uber. Take a subway if you're around the subways. You know what I mean? Like, there's other options instead of driving, y'all. There is. And if you can afford to drink, you can afford to do recreational stuff, you can afford a dang Uber. So take one. Don't risk other people's lives, okay? Please don't do that. Don't risk our lives. Don't risk our lives.
How much are you guys paying for car insurance? Because why is my car insurance almost the same amount as my car payment? I pay $281 a month for car insurance, and I have not had an accident since 2016.
We are being price gouged in every aspect of our life, okay? But y'all, if you guys have high car insurances, please put them in the comments below. Let me know, what carrier you go through and how much yours is, because I'm interested to know, is people up there like me at, $600 a month almost for car insurance, or are you guys more in like the $200-300 range? I'm very interested to find out. I hope y'all like this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you did. And I'll see you in the next one. And just so you guys know, I understand you guys probably noticed, where's my camera? Roxy is not here today. She is being a little bit antisocial today. She has not been in my office all day. Usually she's in here grabbing her toys, doing her thing, but today she's just chilling with my other dog. I have a 13-year-old Shih Tzu, and she's just kind of hanging out with my 13-year-old Shih Tzu today. So hopefully in the next video, you guys will see Roxy, but until then, see y'all next time.